The Koragi, tell them of the half egg. What half egg? Half egg? Half egg? The half egg that made you run for hours? Oh, right. I forgot about that traumatic experience and you had to remind me. I'm never going to Korean restaurant. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because I probably would. But I would never go back to this particular one, and I can't anyways because I moved. But at this Korean place, they had this new menu item. It was a cold noodle soup for the summer, and it looks really good on the picture. They are trying to sell it for, I believe, $18, or maybe I think it was $16 or $18. It was one of those two. Crazy overpriced. But it was a hot day and it was a new item, so I just thought, oh, why not? Let's give it a try, just once. So I ordered it, and what I got was far from the picture on the menu. On the picture, it was full noodles with vegetables, with meat, lots of meat, and an egg. And what I got was cold noodles. The broth was so watery and it's cold. The only vegetables in there was some onions, like these onions, and one piece of meat about this big and this thin. Just one piece of meat, one meat, and half of a boiled egg. That was the food I got for $18. And I was like, oh, this must be a mistake, right? This must be a joke. So I was like, I was sitting there like debating. I was looking at it because I couldn't believe this was real. Like it must have been some kind of error or mistake. But I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to cause any trouble and to the waiter or anything like that. So I'm just sitting there just looking at my food. The waiter comes by and he's like, is something wrong? And I'm like, no, everything's fine. And he's like, well, okay, and he just walked away. But I was like, oh my god, how do you serve this? Like, where's the rest of my food? Did they get hungry in the kitchen and eat it? And like, an egg is only a few cents, so why are you skimping out on a freaking egg of all things? You could just give me the other half. Like, what are you gonna do with the other half of the egg? Give it to someone else? Did the chef eat it? Like, where is it? Where's my food? Where's my freaking food? And why one piece of meat? When I ordered the food, it says with meats, plural. So why do you only give me one slice of the world's like thinnest, toughest brisket that I've seen? It was this small. It looked like a turd floating in the water because it was just the only thing. The whole bowl was white because it was white noodles and the broth and then like white onions, and then there's just like one piece of boiled meat and half an egg. And I was tweaking out. I was like, internally, I was like, what the hell, man? Because why are you serving me this? This is a disgrace to Koreans. This is a disgrace to everybody. Like, not even, I don't know, the world's cheapest person on Extreme Cheapskates would serve someone this. At least they have the nicety to give them cat food or something, like a whole can of cat food. But what about me? Okay, why do I only get half an egg? So I was so pissed off. I was just sitting there seething before like I realized nobody was gonna help me or anything. So I just had to eat my stupid cold noodles forever. And I'm not joking. It was only half an egg and one slice of meat. I was so pissed off that I couldn't even say anything because I didn't want to cause a scene or be mad or be a Karen. So that's why. And now I can just make my food by myself and I don't have to skimp out on it. Because what the hell, man? This is like someone's leftovers. This is your child's food that they didn't finish for dinner last night and you just reheated it and served it to me. And you didn't even reheat it because it's cold. So what the hell, man? Like, you can't be giving this to your customers. Anyways, this is a really awful experience. And I think the place went under new management or they had closed down and a new place opened up later on. So I got my revenge eventually. You're 45% as mad as you were back then. Back then when it was still fresh in my memories, stored in my brain, the frontal lobe where I save all of the things that I need to remember for the rest of my life. Back when it was still fresh in there, I was more mad, but I've calmed down since then. Koragi, this is for real why I have completely stopped eating fast food in restaurants because they're selling you overpriced garbage. Exactly, they just give you barely anything and then they make you pay so much and then you have to tip too. So, like, just cook by yourself at this point because it's so stupid, lame, bad. This is why I think everybody should start cooking and stuff. How much did you tip for the half egg soup? I don't remember. Probably standard. Like, the worst part was I had to tip as well because it's not like the waiter did anything wrong. It was the restaurant. So I feel bad to give a small tip, but still, I was so pissed off. I never went there ever again. Fast food is supposed to be fast prepared. I never expected delicacy there, but in restaurants I expect good food because you wait and it's everything like ordered and fancy. Yeah. The only places where like worth it are places where you could just eat unlimited of something, like a buffet. Because then at least you could try different foods and such. Then you don't have to cook all of the different foods at a buffet. You just go to and eat there. Same thing happened to me while eating army stew though. Photo had taco wieners, slices, spam, all sorts of stuff. When it came out, I had one wiener crinkle cut into 3 pieces. Bam, bam, bam! What the heck? The restaurants need to pay for this. And they probably know that nobody's gonna say anything because it would be causing a scene. So that's why they do it. It's just not fair.
All my fellas. All my fellas.